It was late, after midnight, then the phone rang. The voice on the other end said, "You have until next week to be out of Montgomery, or we're going to kill you." Martin Luther King hung up the phone. Overwhelmed by continuous death threats, he was ready to give up. He sat at his kitchen table while his wife and daughter were asleep in the other room, and then he prayed. He says that at that moment he felt the presence of the divine like he never experienced it before. All of a sudden his fears vanished. He said, "I was ready to face anything." 3 days later, his home was bombed. But he credits this experience with giving him the strength to continue leading the civil rights movement without fear. Now, most religious scholars would say people don't actually experience a divine presence in encounters such as these. They would explain it by psychological factors, biological processes, or culturally learned or informed behavior. But it's William James, the Harvard philosopher, who tells us religious experiences should be judged on their results and not their origins. Origins are somewhat hard to decipher, but results give us the practical implications, the cash value. I adopt this Jamesian method in analyzing the religious experiences of Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, and John Perkins, three prominent African-American social activists and religious leaders. When I studied their autobiographical accounts, I discovered two things. First, their religious experiences are effective, deeply engaging their emotions. Second, they're embodied, meaning they report feeling something in their bodies that moves them to sing, laugh, cry, and even dance. So what's the cash value in all of this? My PhD thesis argues that the effective and embodied dimensions of African-American religious experience have epistemic consequences. That means they produce a knowledge of self and the world that guides decision-making. Neuroscience tells us that decision-making requires emotion and reason. So in conclusion, I find that these leaders are persuaded by the effective and embodied religious experiences to confront injustice, even in spite of rampant opposition. Karl Marx once called religion the opium of the people. Perhaps we can see it as the song that motivates some people to dance on injustice.